Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video. More Archero today and chapter 33 is completed. I couldn't be happier. But before we get into that, let's learn a little bit about today's partner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt. Oh, my butt hurts. Hello everyone, I Pick My Butt here. You're probably thinking this is an ad for a leaf. But here on the I Pick My Butt channel, we're not about hiding the pain and masking it, but we're about taking that pain and making it not even a thing. So that's why today, I'm proud to introduce to you the EwinRacing gaming chairs. Yes, that's right. My butt's been hurting me for a while, and my elbow, it feels like tennis elbow, but now with these chairs, what a world of difference. Wowzers, where did this come from? Holy cow. This feels like I'm sitting on a cloud. That's right, the I Pick My Butt channel is proud to team up with EwinRacing to showcase their amazing gaming chairs and gaming accessories. With 5 different categories of chairs to choose from, it's surely able to fit anybody's comfort and budget. Awarded the best chair of 2021, Ewin uses a high durability carbon structural electrostatic powder coating steel frame. Combine that with Ewin's hydrolysis resistant 2.0 polyurethane leather, an Ewin Ultra Premium Molded Code Cure foam, and you have yourself one of the most comfortable chairs on the gaming market. And let's not forget how cool these chairs look. With head and lumbar pillows, hubless casters, and a frame that holds up to 400 pounds, don't worry, if you're over 400, they got chairs for you too. Make sure you click on the link in the description and use code PICK to get 20% off your purchase. I actually had a lot of fun making that video, and the chair is actually incredibly nice. But let's get back into the video there. You saw me grab diagonal arrows. Great way to start off. It seemed like the only way I was really going to get far enough in this was either start off with diag, ricochet, or multi-shot, a lot like the last one. And you did see me grab the demon blade through the deal the other day. We have that at Ancient Legendary. I did try that several times, but it just seems like to me that this staff is outperforming it when I get things like ricochet, get the diagonal, double diagonal, even a multi-shot in there. Just all the hits getting smacked on them. It just seemed like I couldn't get close enough to get in there with the demon blade in order to really do the damage. But you can see we are still a little underpowered on this. It's taken a lot to take a lot of these guys down, and that's even with the triple hits coming from the diagonal arrow. So currently we're running almost about 27,000 attack, and for HP we're sitting close to about 78,000. But obviously you see this staff, we are using the golden chest plate on this, and I must say, you know, everybody said this golden chest plate is great at Mythic. What I'm seeing is enemies are doing about 25,000 damage, you know, towards the later, maybe like stage 30 or so. I get that first hit at 25,000, it drops it down to about 19,000, so it is about 20% that I'm getting, you know, saved for myself, but I'm still getting hit pretty hard with this thing. So I'm going to give some runs in some of these other chapters with the Bright Robe, just kind of play with them through and see where it goes. And we are running a bull and a lion. I am having pretty equal, I don't know, problems, I would say, with beating both mobs and bosses. So we're going to run both of those on that. Pets, nobody really cares about. We are doing the Invincible Bracelet because it is the highest level I have. And then the Angel Locket, just for that kind of extra little security there that might save us. For me, the slice are probably the biggest issue inside this game because those things are bouncing all over and they hit like crazy. You are going to see some expos, nothing to really deal with, and the potato demon meeting you halfway there, Tarot. But those are the other ones, just kind of dodging left and right on it. A lot of this was kind of running around, and I did do some re-rolling too for the bosses. We'll talk about that in a second. But as you can see, we're just kind of micro-stepping and macro-stepping in there, switching it up depending on the enemies we go across. Like I said, everybody's pretty tanky, everybody hits hard, so you don't have a lot of chances of kind of, you know, surviving in this. So if you see an opportunity to grab something like Dodge Master or even Hermes Shoes, you might want to do so. A lot of the boards or stages seem to be kind of squashed inside, and they do have things like the kind of jumping skeletons there. So you are going to want to stay away from things like freeze, because those skeletons, they get frozen, they can jump all the way across the map on you there and eventually land on you. It's not a fun scenario to be in. And as you get into some of the later stages, they do have Shadow Assassins, so just be prepared for things to pop up right underneath you and try to hit you. So something you definitely want to keep moving. So far so good. We've got the Diag, we've got Ricochet, and we've got Multi-Shot.
anybody's kind of dream abilities, especially when using this staff. Now, the first boss here, we're going to get either one of three. There is the purple mushroom, which I typically reroll. There is a blue crab. I've beaten him before, but it's not really necessary if you can reroll and get the guy that you would typically see in the events for your clan. So this guy right here. Now, this time he was doing it a little bit different than what he normally does. Typically, he jumps about 3 times and then pauses, and he will then go and either do a lunge at you or shoot 2 kind of scythes out at you. For some reason on this one, he was jumping 4 times. Can't really explain it, but just kind of be aware. If you see him jump 3 times, you know he's going to be jumping 3. If you see him jumping 4 times, you know he's going to be jumping 4th. And I guess the big thing to do is just kind of treat him like how you would normally treat the wolves, you know, going up against those bosses. It's very similar, but this is probably going to be a pretty easy boss out of the first 3 that you can get inside the game. If you are using the Demon Blade against him, you can pretty much get 1 slap on him every time he jumps, and then on the final one you can get a whole bunch of them. But the big thing is once he gets done with that final jump, I think I would usually swipe him like 3 or 4 times, and then you're going to want to start moving, because that's where he's going to either launch the double slice at you, or he's going to do the charge. And the charge comes pretty quick. You really can't really decide which one he's going to go for. You just got to kind of move. Like, there it is right there. That's a pretty quick dash in my opinion. But if you're just patient with it, just kind of work with it, it's really nothing that challenging at all. I mean, it's actually a very easy boss in my opinion. Now, the other bosses that you're going to run into, I pretty much re-rolled every time on them. So you either are going to get the totems that you'd see in like chapter 12, the double one that shoots the little blue dots, shoots the fireballs and the lightning strikes. So you'll have 2 of those. The other things you can get is a double scythe mages, which are a pain in the butt, or you can get the double archers. Both stage 20 and 30 I was able to re-roll to get both of the totems, and there's really no self-explanation on them. You pretty much just got to dodge projectiles. It's very easy to do, and they are pretty tanky though, so it does take a little time. I think a majority of this video is probably from me just kind of shooting and trying to kill those things, but that would be my best bet to you. Reroll for that guy at the first, and then reroll for those totems after that. Now, the final boss himself is going to be the Skeleton King, and he's going to be paired up with the mini red skeleton, the one that bounces off the walls. I've seen him a million times. It doesn't sound too bad, but they're both pretty tanky, and once you start killing some of those red guys, it's just more mobs on the screen. The skeleton boss, obviously, he will go and spawn skeletons. He's going to do his rock shooting out, and then he's going to do the charge at you, which is going to kind of have the flame trail. So you'll see it later on in the video there. I'm just constantly moving from him there. I did end up picking an extra life up from the devil, and I did end up using that extra life from the devil. I didn't actually use the one for 30 gems though. We never got to that point. So don't think, oh my god, in order to beat this, you know, nice job, Pixie, you need to have the extra life. All it really did was make it that I didn't have to spend 30 gems or watch an ad for it. But a lot of just kind of playing safe here because, like I said, they hit hard. So I'm just kind of taking my time and just, you know, doing everything I can. There is moments, though, you're going to pop in there and you're just going to be overwhelmed with so many enemies. Now here I just decided Bolt Strike seemed like the best bet. I really didn't go too much for any type of speed abilities unless I really had to. But with the potatoes here, just kind of dodging back and forth, left to right. And that's majority of what I did was left to right unless I had those jumping skeletons. Then it was running towards them to get them to jump over me and then try to get rid of those things first. I did grab an HP prior to that ability just because of the fact that I know how tanky they are and I didn't really want to get in any uncomfortable situations. But I think we also got Wingman and Invincibility Star, which there's the Invincibility Star right there. Wingman can be a huge one on this. The other thing I got too was the kind of floating shields there. Really, I was just trying to make anything I could to have any projectiles coming at me maybe get snuffed out beforehand on it. And it really did pay off for me. But like I said, I do end up getting an extra set of diagonal arrows in this. And that's where I really say that the staff just, you know, outperformed the Demon Blade for me because, you know, from those long distances, having 5 projectiles hit at the same time, throw the multi-shot in there 10 at a time, it really did kind of, what would normally melt bosses, it really did kind of just take them down pretty decent inside the game here. But like I said, Scythe Mages, use your barriers as you can, and it's just a matter of just playing the game like you normally would. But I'm not going to talk through this whole video here just because it is a lot of just kind of watching me kill the bosses on it. Like I said, re-roll, just keep up your dodging, try to keep your health up, get the abilities that can help you dodge or prevent projectiles from hitting you, and other than that, you should be in good luck with it. So 27,000 attacks seemed like it was a little bit under where I'd like to be. It might be like 29 or even 30,000 I'd typically like to be in playing this. The amount of time that I struggle in the first 10 chapters really kind of weighs out the rest of the game for me. So use it at your own benchmark on it. The staff's working for me. I'm going to try it again on 34, and we'll see where it goes. But don't forget to join the Discord. Let me know what you think of this chapter in the comments below. And other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.